Consolidation, I think, will be great for the brands, great for their honored guest system, however, bad for owners relative to negotiation perspectives.
So I think it's certainly an interesting time that we're in right now. A lot of consolidation of different companies. It's exciting to see what's going to happen going forward. And I think joining together of a lot of strong forces in our industry will give us an edge, against whether it's procurement or whether it's in relation to distribution and loyalty programs and so forth. We're really able to connect teams together, really take what is really the best of the best and combining those together and really creating some negotiating strength and some abilities to really approach some of the disruptors in our industry. So I think it's going to be an exciting time.
You know, I think consolidation is going to continue. Scaling's important. We've got to battle. As an industry, we're going to have to battle Airbnb. Minimum wage increases are really hurting. And it's going to be important to scale at this time. So I think you'll see continued consolidation for at least 12 to 18 months.
I think consolidation will continue because of the economic efficiencies and everybody wants to make more money. At the same time, there is a proliferation of new brands, which will have a chance to sort of go in under the big boys and create some new experiences for guests, because one thing that's not constant is the preferences and experiences that they want, that the guests have. So I think there'll be more consolidation, but more brands.
Well, I'll tell you that you can see from my gray hair that I've been around for a while, and I was involved in the when Starwood first purchased ITT Sheraton. I was at ITT Sheraton, and then Starwood, and then not at Starwood after a little bit. So my first reaction was, it's interesting for the people involved, and I'm very, very glad that I'm a spectator this time, and not in the hunt. What'll happen over the next 18 months? If anybody really says they know what's going to happen over the next 18 months, I think they're lying. For some people, it'll be a very, very good thing. For some owners, it'll be a very, very good thing. For other people, it won't be such a good thing. And for owners, it will not be a good thing for them either. I'm not quite sure how the overlap of brands will impact the industry. The fact that one company now controls the amount of hotel rooms in the country is a little alarming to me. I don't know how they're going to fix that, and I'm sure it's alarming to some of the owners. I'm wondering if maybe a brand or two will go away. There'll be consolidations. We'll see.
I think it's going to continue. I think it's actually necessary for the industry. It's more of a defensive move than to compete with the OTAs and actually create the mass. And Marriott.com and Hilton.com are competing with the Expedias of the world. That's really where the driver goes. So I think it's going to go more and larger, and the smaller brands, groups will be struggling harder down the road.
You know, I think consolidation is going to continue. A couple of reasons. One, I think that most of the brands believe that bigger is better and that there's something to be said for scalability. I think the other piece is that there's an opportunity to grow internationally. So the ability to consolidate, to acquire new brands in an international environment allows for continued growth and expansion in other countries.
It's a wave. We're in the wave of consolidation. There's companies are going to believe they're going to have to do it in order to compete. You know, you can't get away from that. But like all things, technology is a big buster, and it will disrupt the consolidation efforts and create new markets, and then the consolidation will start to slow down. So I think you'll see a wave of it happening within the next 18 months, but I think you're also going to see a lot of freight groups coming up that are going to compete and using technology as an advantage to compete against that.
I think it'll continue. It's necessary. I think it's a defensive move more than anything else, with the onslaught of the distractions like OTAs and so on and so forth. So I think it will continue. It'll be interesting to see from an ownership perspective too if there's any consolidation with REITs and so forth.
Well, with Marriott and of course Starwood, and of course Gemstone and Benchmark, and there have been a lot of consolidation going on, and it makes a lot of sense. People realize that 1 + 1 could equal 3 in forming either a merger or strategic relationship. So I see that there will be other consolidations going on in the next year.